President Xi has visited Tibet twice in the
Yes.
last 5 years. He's the only Chinese president to have done so twice. Now, why are these visits significant? What is he trying to signal to the Chinese people with that?
Less with Chinese people,
More to the world.
more to the world, particularly India, because Tibet borders India, and the largest troops, the Chengdu base, and Tibetan troops are all aiming at India. So in his first visit, the famous speech he gave, to the troops was particularly targeted at India. He said we should be prepared, even aggression, right? But then this time he gave a speech to the troops, Chinese troops, but the speech was not released because it coincided with Prime Minister Modi ji's visit to, Beijing. Having said that, I'm sure he gave the same speech. Prepare yourself for war or incursion, towards India, I'm sure. It's just that they didn't release the transcript, right? So that way, their preparation, vis-a-vis India and South Asia is concerned, I think is very clear. So they want to hold on to Tibet and fortify the border, not just militarily now by building all these, villages, so that they have, informers or signal callers all the way right to the border inside LACs, right? And then they're also building the biggest dam in the world, bigger than 3 Gorges Dam, right at the border of India, at Arunachal Pradesh, at the Big Bend. That will affect India climatically, all the people who survive, make their livelihood, the downstream people in Assam and Northeast and Bangladesh, So they literally control the, flow of water. So they can weaponize it during war. Let's say they open it, you can flood all the railroads and highways,
in the lower riparian.
And then you can, control the flow of water, for a few more weeks, and it will affect people who survive in fishery and agriculture. And then they're generating hydropower. Why? Because China has already built 400 plus dams in Tibet. Tibetans don't need any extra, energy because we have surplus of energy. They're building this biggest dam. They have already built 4 on this, Brahmaputra River. They're building now 5th one. To generate energy for AI, to build data center, you need energy. And China is competing with America and the Western world on AI. So that's the next move. You dominate AI market and you dominate the next phase of economy, and you enrich yourself, you control the world, right? So that's how they see it. That's why they're building. It's that belt is an earthquake zone. Right? Recently we had earthquake in Afghanistan, few years ago in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Nepal, Burma, and also, we had in Tibet last October, and in Sichuan, because this is an earthquake-prone zone, is to begin with number 4 or 5. And more dams you build, more dams will lead to more earthquakes, because water seeps in and it cracks open, and then each time there's a movement, it leads to earthquakes. So it's harming all the neighboring countries, And the famous earthquake of Assam, I think in 1935 or something like that, it just destroyed major portion of Assam, Even though all these things are fact and it has happened, it's scientifically established, but China is building more and more dams to generate more energy for AI. Now, America and Europe, Western countries, including India, are constrained because you don't have, enough space to generate more energy. China already ahead in solar power, right? And battery and electric car, and also wind power. They want to have maximum
let me come
hydrogen
back to-
power. Yeah.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा।
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है
कि संविधान खतरे में है।
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब।
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप।
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI, it does not lie.